Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
There should be a revolution in the way that subsidies are handed out to British farmers following the vote to leave the EU. That is according to the Campaign to Protect Rural England. It says that the government should give assistance to smaller, more diverse farms rather than what it calls industrial farms that damage the environment. There are 116,000 farms in Britain and they are all currently eligible for EU subsidies. They receive more than £2.5 billion a year. And those grants can amount to 60% of some farmers' income. Our environment correspondent Claire Marshall has been gauging opinion from farmers big and small.
Freshly milked off out to pasture, the cows of Ivy House Farm.
You all right?
Jeff Bowles and his family run this farm in rural Somerset. It's close to a village and provides milk and jobs for the locals. But small businesses like this are vanishing. There are 30,000 fewer farms than a decade ago. Today's report says EU subsidies have favoured what they call industrial farms. Brexit means it's time to change how the money is handed out.
Farmers are finding that they're so difficult to survive when small farmers are very much their own efforts, family efforts, keeping the businesses going. And as they get towards the end of their working life, there doesn't seem to be the young people coming on behind because there just isn't the money to do it.
The Campaign to Protect Rural England says these smaller farms are less damaging to the environment. So Jeff has around 120 or so cows here. His neighbour, Chris, whose fields we can just see here, farms very differently. He has 5 times as many cows. Today's report says he should get less money. So we're off to see what he says. We find Chris bringing his herd in.
Come on, come on.
He farms much more intensively.
Come on.
His cows produce some 3.5 million litres of fresh milk a year. He believes the subsidy system should be improved, but at the end of the day, he is meeting a demand.
The environment is important, but everyone has to eat and we have to produce food for the country. And that can only be met with larger scale farms which are more efficient and keeping the cost of production down.
So for decades, rules made in Brussels have played a big part in shaping our farms. Now the debate really starts about how they should look in the future. Claire Marshall, BBC News in Somerset.